Greetings, people of the interwebs, and look what a glorious day it is. Don't look over that way though, because it's not as glorious over there. But you find me today in, well, part in the garage, and part not in the garage. And we've got a couple of things we've got to do today, I think. Don't fall over that bike. Two or three things today. I can't remember what. Oh yeah, three things. We've got. In fact, I'll spin camera around and you can have a look. We've got a caliper to look at on this thing and then take it for a drive. We've got an earth strap to do on this thing and then maybe take it for a drive. And then he's broke his toy, look. So yeah, it's got danglies. So this panel will loose, so we thought we'd investigate. So this is the panel, but look how flimsy these little bits are. There's like literally no meat on any of them. Are they? I think it should be. It's just part of moulding, isn't it? Like literally none of them. So I'm wondering if they were just one holding it on for ages, and then that one finally gave in. So, and obviously it's not under any stress being there. But yeah, what a weird design. Why did they not tell Henry Ford? Why did they not just extend these bits or just make that stud? I mean, it might be that they're melted in, so it'd be silly for them to try and melt it into a finishing part.
No.
They're just not as a weird design, isn't it?
I presume that's the stop. But they didn't want to.
Well, it can't be I don't know. I won't worry about it.
Oh, won't worry. Yes, I won't worry.
I won't worry about it. Maybe it's a locating thing.
For some reason, that bit goes through here.
Maybe it's a locating thing.
It's so that it can't go the wrong way around.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna what you're gonna do? Hot glue gun on them things. So we need to clean them up and hot glue gun them. So he's gonna do that while I jack this thing up and take caliper off and see where we get to. So yeah, join me in a second when I've got Margaret all jacked up'ard. So we've got it jacked up now. That don't feel particularly bindy to me. I might have to put her back down again if I can't undo these. Bloody hell, Simon. Right. Try that. So I've got a feeling this caliper's sticking a little bit. So I just want to take it off, work it a bit, work caliper spreader. See if I can improve matters. Could do with a bit of a brush round here. Whoever buys it. I'm guessing 12. I am correct. 2 bolts, so you can't really see out, so I'm just talking to myself, really. Doo-doo-doo. So now we slide the caliper off, like this. So now, the caliper's off and the pads, okay, there's plenty of meat on them. That's how little I've used this thing since I got it, because we had new discs and pads put on when I bought it. So let's try working that back and forward a bit. So here we have a piston rewind tool. In fact, let me get you closer so you can actually see what's going on. There we go. How exciting. I used to have all sorts of stuff to sit on and while I was working outside, and now I don't. Right, how does this balls thing work then? Oh yeah, so that clips into that bit, that goes behind that bit, and that winds into that bit. But we don't need to wind it in, do we? At the moment we need to push it out. We need to push it out with pedal. So, in theory, if I go and push on pedal, that should push that out of it, and then I can try and get some slippery stuff in behind that seal again. In fact, we could have done with it being a bit further than that. Again. Keep going. Are you pushing? Right, go a bit more. Alright. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, we'll do it again. Yeah, let off. See, it feels easier to wind back in now. Go on again. Again. So that's the story of this, is basically just pushing the piston out, winding it back in, pushing the piston out, winding it back in. So I'm just working it basically, because poor old Margaret's been sat around not doing much for a bit. So yeah, it's not surprising that these little bits that are starting to well, not seize, but brakes don't like not being used. So I'll go and get some grease, some proper piston grease, which is red grease, and get that behind that seal, work it a bit more, and then we'll put it back together and we'll see if it worked or not. Exciting times. We did a fix! And there, that's it. Job done. Margaret, I've put everything back together. So hopefully that'll loosen that caliper up. If not, I'm just going to stick another caliper or a couple of calipers on her, maybe. Unless somebody buys her, just somebody bloody buy the thing, otherwise I'll end up keeping it. And then the next job on this is we're trying to get an extra earth cable between the engine, which is this red bit, and the body, which is the black bit, because we think that it might have not got a good earth, and that might be causing us some issues, because it's one of those annoying faults that's only evident when you're going uphill. Pretty much, it's just basically, it just feels not right, and it's been so hard to track down what's going on with it. So we've done fuel pump, put a solid state one in rather than one of them with points on. We've had new plugs in it already. It had electronic ignition on and it were doing it. We've put points back in and it's still doing it. It's had new condenser and points. It's had a new coil pack. It's had new HT leads. It's had a service kit on carbs, which might not be set up quite correctly, but it should be set up well enough to drive. And then, yeah, the last thing is the earth, because we think there may be an electronical gremlin somewhere. Maybe that's why the overdrive's not working either. But we're going to put an earthing cable on and see. Well, he is anyway. I'm just going to stand here looking like I'm interested in what he's doing.